Welcome back to another video. With the holiday season just around the corner, you are probably wondering what tools to get your electrician buddies, your technician buddies, friends and family. Well, stay tuned. I have 20 tools that I use, I personally recommend. Let's get to it. Starting off with my number one tool is the Knipex Electrician Pliers. I use these things every day. One really cool feature, not sure if it shows up that well, but it has this great shear cutter, which is kind of different than most traditional like Linemans pliers. But I mean, this guy just cuts smooth as butter. I've had this for 4 years, 3 years, something like that. It does come in a model that is VDE rated, meaning it's insulated, but I've taken, don't do this, but I've taken a megometer at like 1,000 volts, and I mean, even that, it doesn't cross. So these ergonomic grip handles, they're top notch, German made. They have this really cool feature too. So this is an 832 screw, and there's both an 832, 632 screw cutter, but instead of having to manually thread in like you would normally, like on a regular wire stripper, you just put it into whatever depth, and then you just cut. And it comes right out, and that one actually fell on the floor. Can't find it, but the thread doesn't get messed up. So this is a top-notch, super sharp. I mean, this basically replaces your needle nose and your regular strippers. It's like the all-in-one tool. So that's number one. Number two is get a nice pair of dikes. These ones are actually Klein. They do have like an American flag emblem on it, but these are pretty affordable, and you know, use them as a hammer over the years. A brand new pair of dikes, they go a long way. These ones are what, ACR or whatever it is rated, so it can cut through like steel cables and stuff. And I know a good many times where people will take, you know, their higher end wire cutters. These are not rated for cutting steel, so these will cut through like your nails and stuff. Brand new pair of dikes goes a long way. That's number two. Number two is these Knipex, like I think they're called mini wire cutters or cable tie cutters. I'll have the link in the description to all these things, by the way. But I use these all the time for cutting zip ties especially. So, you know, when you clean up, we've all been there where somebody ties it tight, and then if you're lucky, they cut it all, but then they'll take their dikes, right? This is wicked sharp. Nobody wants that when you're inside a panel. So the advantage of these flush cutters, take them, cut them flush. Look at that, perfect. I recommend these guys a lot. These are rated for copper and steel, really thin steel, but I use these inside control cabinets all the time, cleaning up my mess. I mean, nice and smooth flush cutters, they're the way to go. That's number three. Number four, get a nice insulated screwdriver. This is like my everyday carry. I use this all the time. This is a Klein VDE rated, so it's up to 1,000 volts insulated. It's taken abuse, but what I really like is the profile of the blade that it actually comes with. It does come in a kit, so there's like a Phillips and a flat blade, and there's a different Phillips and a flat blade, and then probably like a Torx or Robertson bit that comes with it, all insulated. But honestly, just this flip end one is my most common everyday carry. I mean, this thing fits everything. Yeah, I recommend this. If you are an electrician, especially, you're gonna like this. It's good for live circuits. Not that you're supposed to do that, but we all know that sometimes push comes to shove and you work on live stuff, or you're not sure if it's live, so insulated tools go a long way. These are by Klein. Number five, this is like my bread and butter. I love this guy. This is the Fluke T6-1000 Pro. One of the really cool features it has is it can like non-contact detect voltage and hertz inside a wire. So I just take my ground lead, I touch a ground reference, and then I can go right over, right over a conductor, right in that little jaw, and it will tell you the voltage. Also, really neat feature, is this one goes up to 100K ohm. So if you do any sort of industrial maintenance, say you're an HVAC guy, or you're testing motors, you don't necessarily have to bring out your mega ohm meter. I still recommend it, but this guy is a good field check to see if any of the windings have gone bad. It comes with, you know, all your standard meter features. Obviously, you're going to use the continuity probably the most. It has the auto DC AC voltage tester, and it has a current clamp. Let's see, what is it rated up to? 200 amps. So, I mean, this guy is probably good for almost all situations that you guys run into. So that's number 5, I recommend it. Now number 6 is a bit of a combo. So Klein comes out with a mini ratchet set, and it comes with a couple little bits. The bits aren't the best. So I like to combine the mini ratchet set with Mikita impact rated mini sockets. These come in handy, especially for motor pecker heads. You know, you'll have metric and you'll have standard. They clip right in, just like that. They clip right in. Reversing direction, you know, standard socket. And then also, you have one side is I think 3/8, and one side's a 1/4, and it's also magnetic. So there's a little magnet that goes with it. And I mean, this guy has saved me numerous times. I love this for motor pecker heads though. It's really good at opening them up. It's quick. Look how small this is though. This all fits in one hand. You know, so this is in my everyday carry. I highly recommend this. Number 7 is a nice non-contact voltage tester. Now I've had the Klein ones. I'm sure there's probably nicer ones than I got, but the issue I had with the Klein ones were I'd hold it near a cable and it would tell me, yeah, the whole cable's lit up. So yeah, something in here is live. Something in here is live, right? However, it wouldn't tell me like which specific conductor. So if you have three copper wires in your cable, well, it would be like, yeah, one of them is hot. Whereas this one, it's much more specific. It'll pick up the individual conductor. Also, a very thin profile, right? So this fits right into a standard receptacle, and I like it. I mean, it's pretty trustworthy. Fluke, you guys all know Fluke. They're top notch. I recommend this guy. Number 8, stocking stuffer idea. Get some Super 88. This is high-end electrical tape. It's also very inexpensive. This stuff, let's see, what is it rated for? 221 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degree Fahrenheit. I mean, this stuff is tough. Let's see, I think one of these says 2020, so this is 5 years old, and it's still like extremely sticky. I mean, I'm sure we've all run into situations where you see old electrical tape kind of cracked, and it's just not very good. This stuff I've never had a problem with. Easy stocking stuffer, great idea. Super 88, recommend it. Number 9 is the Klein mini screwdriver set. This is specifically the 32717. Especially if you're any sort of IT guy, I recommend this. I do stuff in server rooms a lot, so this comes in handy. The mini set, especially these like safety sets. I mean, this is like a Torx. What does this go down to? A Torx number 3. Like that guy is so tiny. It's hard to come by bits, so I like this guy. Also, look at this. So this is the short version. Long version, extended, and super smooth spinning action. So get this, it's pretty affordable. I like it, they'll like it too. Next is these Knipex Linemans pliers. Now, I have been a Klein lover for years, but these guys are top notch. I mean, these are the best that I found money can buy. These teeth, extremely sharp, they are grippy. Super smooth action. I've had these for 3 years. They are extremely smooth. The finish on them is really high quality. Right now we're in a basement. Most of my tools have lived in a basement. Some of them get rusty. I've never had an issue with Knipex. They're whatever chrome or molybdenum, whatever metal they use, I've never had a problem with it. I used to work in food and beverage industry, super wet, corrosive, caustic environments. These tools are top notch. The cutting, super strong, super smooth, super sharp. Especially one of the features I really like is this ergonomic, like comfort grip. Anybody who knows Knipex knows that these are high quality. I recommend them this Christmas. We're on number 11 now. So, yes, I know I have a lot of Knipex stuff. Used to have Klein. Klein is still great, but better probably going with Knipex for a lot of things. Now these are these flat jaw expandables. I have used and abused these. No longer do I have a crescent wrench in my arsenal. There's no need for it. This guy is great. I mean, maybe if you're like a plumber or something, go with the crescent wrench, but for I think most technicians, this is amazing. This flat jaw, like the clamping action and the power you get behind it, it's top notch. I've never had a problem. They come in this, this is, let's say, 8602-180, so I think it's 180 millimeters, German brand, I believe, so that's the length. They come in a mini, which is pretty cool. It's like a really awesome everyday carry. It's maybe this big. And then they come in much larger size, flat jaw. But if you can afford it, I recommend these. These are amazing, high quality, never had a problem with them. This is number 12. So I actually have two different Alligator jaws. You can see, one has that, I think they call it their comfort grip. And then one also has like their cheaper rubberized grip. This is great. If you can afford it, get the comfort grip. They're way nicer. But I have used and abused these. These ones like have a little bit of rust. I've stuck these into straight caustic, like super corrosive stuff, and there's barely any wear and tear. See how fast that action is? The Alligator jaw is extremely grippy, especially if you guys are using like rigid conduit. These are amazing. It's like the grip you get on these it's kind of crazy. And then if you want more of the like everyday carry little mini grip guys, you can go with this mini one. I think they even have a smaller one. This one's the 180 millimeter. This one is the 250 millimeter. They go bigger, they go smaller, but get the Knipex Alligator jaw vice grips. These are, can't recommend them enough. Number 13 is a outlet tester. This one specifically is a Klein. Fluke makes them. I've used Klein for a number of years. I like it. It actually has this GFCI test function. Make sure you get the one with the GFCI test function. A lot of the brands, they sell the ones without it. They're pretty good at diagnostics. You know, they have the color code, but you want to be able to GFCI trip test. So when you plug it in, make sure you just press the button, it'll trip the GFCI, either there at the GFCI or if you have a breaker. But this guy, pretty cheap, great stocking stuffer, and I use it all the time. Next up, we have rechargeable LED flashlights. This one is a Milwaukee, head mount that goes on your hard hat. I've used this for a number of years. Got a USB charger, pretty bright. It's also magnetic. Let's see, one of these should be able to stick. You know what I mean? So if you got an I-beam or whatever, just don't lose it up there. If you're up in a ceiling space, I've lost tools sometimes. It's frustrating, but great little stocking stuffer. Really bright. It's got several different modes. And then also, different one. This is a, let's say, Streamlight Polytac. I have in old lights. They're all really high end. They're just like a little rechargeable flashlight LED. This goes a long way. A lot of dark spaces, attic spaces, crawl spaces, damp work environments. This guy comes in handy. Goes a long way. And also, I've seen some people where they like flip it around and they like clip it onto the bill of their hat or the brim of their hat. See if I can do it. I don't really work with a hat on usually, but they do something like that. I don't know. They come with lighter ones, but a rechargeable LED flashlight goes a long way. Number 15 are these screw holders. Now, these are by Klein. I have two different sizes. I think they came as a kit. Not quite sure. Okay, so here's the situation. You have a regular screwdriver. Here's a flat blade screw. See them all over the place. If you're an electrician, flat blade screws are used everywhere. Trying to reach into the back of a panel. Fingers can't really fit. And wiggling, drop. Up, I'm on a ladder, it drops. That sucks. We've all been there. Here's the solution. You get yourself one of these screw holders. So it's kind of got this fan blade. So you slide this piece up, and it actually expands the width of the screw head. So just slide it up. Look at that. And the screw is held. So now, it doesn't have tons of torque power, but you can reach into the back of that panel, start the screw a couple of turns, then you just let go, this is now held in place, and you can go back through with your screwdriver and tighten it up. So nice little neat idea. They come in various different sizes. I think there are some out there too that are insulating, but these specific ones are Klein. Let's see if they have part number. This one is 6013K, that's the mini one, and the bigger one is 6024K. Again, we'll have links in the description. Time out. If you guys have made it this far, I think you guys could like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel out. Give me ideas. What you think? Back to the next item. I think this is number 16. We'll keep count. These are Wera tool Allen wrenches. So they actually have one larger that goes in there. I don't keep it in there. It's a little heavy, and I don't typically use it, but I have my standard and my metric. Nice color coded, really high end. You kind of got this like plastic thing on the side that I don't know, it looks pretty easy to distinguish. Just keep these in your bag. They reach in good places. Anybody who's had Wera tools knows they're high quality. German, I think, again, don't quote me on that, but these guys are way better than the crappy little Harbor Freight Allen wrenches. I've never had a problem with these like twisting. They've been down here in a damp basement, been using them for years, and there's zero corrosion. Look at that, it kind of just fans out, opens up. Let's see, on the metric side, it goes to from 1.5 up to 10. I don't keep the 10 in there. I don't use 10s very often. I'm sure there's people out there who do. On the standard side, it goes from 5/64 up to 3/8. And one really cool thing, if you keep the two color codes next to each other in a bag, and you don't know if your Allen head screw is metric, metric or standard, well, the color code puts it right next to each other. So I know yellow, which is, let's see, 5/32, matches up just about perfect with a 4mm. So it's no longer trying to fumble around, guess which ones fit. It takes away, some of that time. But yeah, Wera tools, they make good stuff. These are their Allen wrenches. Next up is this Wiha insulated screwdriver. What I really liked about this, I got this when I kind of first got into the technical side, the industrial maintenance side, is these bits. I wanted to have an insulated screwdriver, especially working in maintenance. It wasn't always feasible to turn off the power. You know what I mean? You had $1 million line running, and I got to replace one motor. Shutting off everything or taking the time to find where the power is, that's impossible, basically. So you suit up, and you need to wear insulated. You need insulated tools, right? But my bag would be full. I found that having one insulated tool with a tip that I could just quickly swap out, it went a long way. It's got this little spiral. They can put whatever tips they want in there. I think I put in some like Torx stuff, but I like it a lot. Nice and insulated, really light, replaces a lot of screwdrivers. So give it a try. This is actually by Wiha. Again, it's 1000 volt rated. I'll leave a link in the description. I like it, you might too. Stocking stuffer idea, get them some Sharpies. This one is just by Milwaukee, doesn't matter. You can go the traditional Sharpie. Hell, even throwing some pencils in there. We're always marking stuff up as electricians. We're always writing stuff in panels. We're always writing stuff on cables. Little Sharpies, they go a long way. Just put them in that stocking. They'll like it. Next up is a utility knife, but not the long-handled style. Like, get one that folds up nice. This one's an Irwin. I think this one might honestly just be like a Harbor Freight one. Honestly, it doesn't really matter the brand. I'm sure some are better than others. I know Klein makes one, Milwaukee makes one, they all make one. But you want something that you can have a utility blade. Look at this. Just rolls out. This one folds out. Got two different angles you can cut at. Just press the blade in, slide it out. We cut stuff all the time as electricians, and you want something with a replaceable blade because they dull. I mean, we use these to score our cables. We use these to open up packages. I keep these in 2 different bags. That's why I have 2 of them. Great little stocking stuffer. They'll like it. I like it. You will too. Number 20 is an insulated screwdriver set. This one specifically is by Wera. Yes, I have a lot of insulated tools because where I work, I unfortunately can't always turn off the power. Or even if it is the power is turned off, you're assuming that you turned it off, right? Things that come energized. I like insulated. I think it should be more of a standard. I think Europeans use them a lot more. But anyways, I digress. Wera tools, they are top notch. One really cool feature, by the way, these all come in a kit. Oops, dropped one. These guys all come in like one great big package. You'll find you'll probably use some more than others. Like I used the mini guy a lot, especially in terminal blocks inside control cabinets. And then I used the big 5.5 flat blade and then the big Phillips bit a lot. But all of their teeth, I don't know if it's gonna pick up here great on camera, but all the teeth have this like crosshatch pattern, which bites into the screw a lot better than sometimes how your traditional flat blades, see how this one's smooth? These ones have these teeth, so it kind of bites into that softer metal. A lot of people like it, I like them. One thing I will say though, they got this kind of like rubbery, grippy texture on the handle, which is great. But if you work in dirty environments, you just gotta make sure that you use alcohol swabs to keep this clean, to keep that insulating property. Other than that, these have been great. I mean, look how chewed up they are. I've used them quite a bit, but they always test out great when I use a mega meter. I like them. You guys might too. All right, I know I said 20, but we have one more special guest. This is a Jokari, I think is the name brand. European, I'm pretty sure. Cable stripper. So this is for sensors specifically. If you guys are in HVAC or you guys are industrial maintenance, they're good. But these are also really cool because this is SJO or SJOOW. You guys know, like basically this is that extension cord cable. You've seen those. Watch this. Watch how simple it is. I feed it in. I just gotta squeeze. Stripped it. No more scoring, you know. I didn't have to go around the cable with my utility blade. Just simply bites down, pulls it apart for you, doesn't bite into the cable. I really like these. Now, Jokari and a couple other like Knipex, I think Klein too, they come out with a couple different versions. There's like a flat cable version. I use this one a lot, this sensor special, because I'm working in manufacturing, so we got sensors all over the place. But the Jokari sensor stripper special, I like these guys. They're an honorable mention. Alrighty, these are all the tools we had in mind for this Christmas. What do you guys think? Let me know if you think I left anything off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to have links to all these on my Amazon links down below in the description. Thank you all for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, stay safe.